Why'd you choose Godot?
You know what people say about diets, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the best diet is the one that you stick to.
Yeah.
The best engine is the one that you use.
I'm not going to make you pitch the game, but what is it? What are we about to experience?
No, it's good. I put me under pressure. I like it.
There's a bit of advice going around that cozy games are a hot property at the moment.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of that too.
Was that on your mind when you kind of chose this style?
No. You know how people do things to cope with grief and stuff? I don't think it's that. I think I just want to share my story. She was a tremendous influence on my life.
I'm joined this evening by Martin.
Hello. Oh, g'day from Australia. I'm well, thanks. How are you?
Yeah, that's a good point. G'day, two Aussies.
Yeah, two Aussies. Represent.
I'm just going to throw straight over to you. Tell me about yourself.
My name's Martin, or you can call me Spork if you want. My little studio is called Spork Tank, which it's hard to, there's no like definite line in the sand when I started, but I probably 2020, 2021, something like that, started like moving away from how I was working and what I wanted to do to really get into making games. And then 2022, I did a stack load of game jams, and that was like super helpful, and I improved my skills a lot. And then I sort of realized there's only a few small projects you can do. You really need to do something a bit more meaty. So what are we in now, 2023? I did like a kind of a small project. This is all while I'm transitioning from my regular work and making money and paying bills and things to the ultimate goal of eventually working just as a game developer. That would be the end goal. So that was it. 22 to 23. And now last year after I left PAX, I was like, this is it. I've got to bum down, work on something. And this was the idea, this game we're going to look at today. And I sort of started it October last year, and I've been going pretty hard at it. And I guess that's what you saw the videos on YouTube, and that's why we're chatting. And thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining, and it's such a pleasure you could. You said
No worries.
You said you were joining. You started doing this maybe 2020, 2021. That sounds like a lockdown idea, no?
Yes and no. In that I wanted to do this forever. Like I was like a kid in the 90s, playing PC games and particularly Nintendo 64. And it was just like, I was just enamored by it. I just really wanted to know how to do it. And so that was how I learned how to do any kind of programming. And then I went a different way, and, you go to uni, and there wasn't really much about game development back then. And so I just ended up in software, and then got to a point I'm like, well, no, this is what you want to, this is what you wanted, and we've got a chance to do it now. And I sort of took the jump maybe just before all the COVID stuff. So if that had happened, then, we might not be here, right? So, it wasn't necessarily a lockdown, but that's not a bad time to like try and get involved and learn a bit.
Yeah, right on. So by day, you're a developer. Is that where you've been?
Yeah, I did like computer science at uni, software development, and then I ended up doing data analytics, and just a blend of tech mathsy kind of stuff. Yeah,
tech mathsy, and so that's why you made a game about words, huh?
Well, I think it's probably why I love puzzles, and there's particular reasons why this is a word game that I guess we'll get into as we play it.
First impression, this menu screen looks really nice. Where's this from?
Yeah, so there's a few things. The title is, I'll get to the title later. Sorry, the background art is made by my cousin, who I've referenced in the YouTube videos before, but I'll give you the link afterward. Very talented graphic design, artist kind of thing, studying at uni at the moment, has quite a big YouTube channel themselves. And yeah, I kind of like to do. Well, I like to do things with family. I think it's nice, and I don't know a lot of people already, so it's kind of two things. I don't, not to diminish that I don't have options, but I would always choose family first to work with. So that's the background art, and yeah, it's so nice. And like, I'm always blown away when you get an artist to do something for you, and just what they produce. And I'm like, this is so good. I couldn't do this, and yeah, it's amazing. Then the menu, I sort of just looked around at a few other indie games and how they did it. If you mouse over it now, you'll see they sort of pulse a little. And I just took like, it's a very simple effect. And if you like controls and options, they bring up the controls and the options as like a piece of the newspaper. And that sort of links into what the whole game is. You start off as this little chicklet, Rita. You can click controls to get rid of it again. Who's doing puzzles in the newspaper. And the name itself comes from, it was my now late grandmother's middle name. And yeah, we had a lot of bond over things like, you know, crosswords, word finds, Scrabble, along with everything else. So yeah, I just a bit of a, what are the words? Tribute, homage, something like that. And yeah, it's a lot of inspiration because I've got a lot of story just ready there, just all the things that have happened. So yeah.
Yeah, there's I mean, that's already two mentions to family. Is that
Yeah,
kind of what
yeah.
this game's about?
Yes, but it's the relationship between Rita and then myself primarily. But anytime my cousin, my other cousin was one of the testers when you tested as well. So yeah, I like to, yeah, I'm a family guy. I like to keep family involved.
Yeah, lovely to hear. So I want to jump in and play, but before I do,
Hmm.
just
Hmm.
uh, I'm not going to make you pitch the game, but what is it? What are we about to
Oh.
experience?
No, it's good. I put me under pressure. I like it. I've had to do this a few times because I applied for, you know, like festivals and grants, and I had to make a pitch deck. I didn't know what that was, and yeah, you have to learn to sell your own game. So I guess I'd say it's a puzzle. It's primarily a puzzle adventure game, and the puzzles are primarily word based puzzles, and you make your way through the world as this chicklet Rita, you start off at birth basically, and you travel through your local town. You meet characters. You have these fun side quests. There's no danger. It's all just exploration and puzzle solving, and hopefully the sort of dichotomy between solving the puzzles and then exploring gives a nice balance. Like, oh, I'm stuck. I'll solve some puzzles in the paper. Oh, I've solved it. Now I can explore and meet some people and do some things. So hopefully that sort of two things counterbalance each other to keep you playing. But I'm sure we'll see a bit as we go. I know that wasn't an elevator pitch. That was long, but yeah, yeah.
Yeah, no, thanks so much.
I can read you the Steam description if you want.
Maybe we'll definitely link to the Steam page. You've got the Steam page already up
Yeah,
and running.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Which one should I click? Where should I start?
Start from reader.
Start from Rita. All right, let's do
Yeah,
it.
thanks, man.
All right. So we do. I do have sound turned off, so if there's any sound,
There'll be a little, but yeah, we're
excellent.
in. Yeah,
This is it. Yeah, very cute. So
thank you.
immediately, immediately, like it looks quite polished for like a solo project, right? This
Thank you.
art is. There's a lot of different assets that I'm already looking at. Do you want to just talk a bit about those
Yeah, for
assets?
sure. So I'm not an artist. I'm a programmer, and I spent weeks just scouring the asset stores and other places trying to find something that I feel like I could make work, cohesively. So I found these guys called Mesh Tint. They're primarily a Unity, what do you call it, asset store broker, merchant, or whatever the word is. Um, So, but they had the best fit. So they a lot of like you'll see the flowers on the left and the fences and the rocks and things. So all of them are from one sort of asset pack. Then they had this. They called it farm animals. So you'll see the pig in the background there, and where the chicklet. Obviously, they had that. So I was like, this is the best I'm going to get. I can't really, pay for an artist at the moment. So I'll just go with it. And yeah, I think it's sort of come together nicely. I've had to do a lot of work and getting the lighting in Godot to look correct or the way I want it, and then some shaders and little effects. But yeah, I think thank you for saying it's good. I'm glad it's coming together.
Well, that wind was nice there. That was quite cool.
Yeah, I did my last video on that.
Oh yeah, nice. I haven't seen
Yeah.
that yet. I remember
Yeah.
the first thing I noticed was this camera change. It's a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
piece. It makes you feel like there's just a bit more
Yeah.
love in the game than
I'm hoping that it's a signal that like, look, we'll control the camera from here. Like, I hope it sends that message that there is a control. So you can drag with your mouse from the middle of the screen if you want to look a little, but I kind of don't want it to be that. I really want it to be completely accessible. So I play it with the arrow keys on my right hand and then just 2 keys on the left hand.
yeah,
That
right.
works for me. So I really want it to be very accessible to a lot of people.
Okay, so you could. I think. So I've played an earlier version, and this puzzle looks the same. So we have this newspaper, and we solve crossword clues in the newspaper, and then that affects the real world. So the answer is quite clearly ramp here. Incline for access. There we go. 4 down.
Yeah,
Very nice.
you've played before.
Well, I've played crosswords before. I do the New York Times mini crossword. Do you
Oh,
do that
nice.
one?
Are you a cryptic guy or a regular guy?
I'm a regular guy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I wish I were a cryptic guy. There's
I've just downloaded an app to teach me cryptic crosswords because I think I will put them in later in the game, but very easy, just to keep mixing it up.
I do some cryptic crossword like when it comes up on my TikTok feed. I do some.
There's this guy that we keep. I mean, my wife has it, not me, but this guy that does, and he's getting real popular, or seems to be, and he does cryptic crosswords and explains it, and yeah,
I might have
there's an audience for everything.
Oh yeah. No, oh, this is very cute. So we just solved stairs and ramp, and so now the stairs are real world stairs. So I think we're making jump. Do we have an M already? Looks like we do. Leap or bound. So have you tried any cryptic crosswords yet, or is that more in the future?
Not in the game. I don't think we'll get up to today, but I'm toying with other clue. You know, Rebus puzzles. Have you seen those?
Yeah, the like
Yeah, so I've got.
I understand that kind
Yeah,
of thing.
yeah, yeah. That's a classic one. Yeah. So I've got those in the next phase. I'm going to definitely have cryptic. I've got some poetic crosswords, and I'm going to do some emoji stuff as well. Just try to keep the idea fresh. Like emojis and crosswords are probably two things that haven't crossed before, but there's no reason they can't, right? Like all the younger generation are across the emojis or reacts or whatever emotes or whatever you want to call them. So yeah, I think that it could work all right.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, keeping it fresh is important. Like I'm trying to think of like other similar-ish, because these puzzles are very like kind of classic puzzles, right? Like a crossword exists very much outside of video games.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So it was saying, I'm trying to talk and play it.
Yeah, it's good. I'm glad you played it before because you kind of know what to do. But I'm pretty confident in this first area. I've had enough testers now that pretty much everyone does work out what to do, except that I've been distracting you, so you've probably missed something.
Yeah, they said this person up there just probably gave some information, right? I was listening to it.
Almost. Yeah.
Oh no, I remember.
Yeah, you've done it right.
Yeah, no, this was in the earlier demo I played. There's a letter out here. Spoiler alert.
It's not all or nothing. You can get it. Yeah.
Yeah, very good. It's not Dark Souls.
Yeah. No, I'm trying to be very anti Dark Souls.
So this spells glasses. So what sorts of similar games have you
That
played or taken as an inspiration?
that's a good question. Yeah, so I always think about it like in a few different facets. So if you look at it visually, it's pretty. It's not obvious, but like this. Can you tell me what games you think come to mind visually?
Uh, I'm trying to think. I mean, there's a lot of these like kind of farm-like games, right?
Ah, yeah.
That's the first thing
Uh,
that comes to mind.
yeah, okay. I was thinking, like, I guess of the big games. If you like, not that we're aiming for anything near that, but if you were to think like big titles from big companies, or even just like well known, is one from Nintendo jump out at you?
Uh, like a low
Cell
poly.
shaded, low, yeah, flat shading.
You'll have
Not cell shading.
you'll have
Wind
to
Waker, anyway, is the answer I was trying to get
Wind
out there.
Waker. The water.
Yeah,
Right as you said that, we panned to the
yeah,
Wind Waker water.
yeah,
How did you
yeah. So,
Oh, sorry, you go.
no, yeah. So Wind Waker was what I was trying to tease out of you, and then Tunic, if you've played that as well, is like a huge. For me, that's a huge indie game. That's like incredible game.
Hmm.
Um, so those two in terms of visuals, and yeah, a short hike in terms of like just the charm of it and the sort of island vibe and no like how do you word it, like no it's a cozy game.
Yeah, you were saying before no danger, right?
Yeah, so I don't play in any kind of health system. The biggest danger is that you miss a jump and you have to go and do a little bit more again, or you're too slow in this race you're about to have. Let's have a look.
This
No pressure.
this is don't you need like an item? This was also a
Yeah,
bit of
yeah,
a
you do.
rat.
You need the shoes.
Can I sequence break? Like if I
You can if you're good enough. There's a couple of, well, it's not a sequence break. I've left it in there
I was looking for a
if
shortcut.
you have the right strats, you can do it. Difficult,
Yeah, good
but like
stuff.
I said, most things I want to be quite easy. There's a little bit of platforming, but none of it should be hard. The camera will line itself up, and you just you know run and jump. Is a
Ask
lot
me.
harder in this direction.
A
Yeah.
little bit of humor in there. Don't ask me
Yeah, yeah.
why.
I try to inject a little. I don't know.
Yeah, nice. So I really want to ask about this water because you're
Yep.
exactly right. This is the Wind Waker water. I can recognize that immediately. How did you get this one going?
Yeah. Well, that was a starting point, the Wind Waker water, and if you Google like Godot shaders water, or just Gamedev shaders water, there's so many implementations that look a lot like the Wind Waker one, and I think it looks nice. But if you go and look at it again, you'll see that it has like the most distinct repeating pattern, and I definitely didn't want that. Also, I didn't want to be exactly looking like them. So I just took inspiration from a few other shaders and, had a nice blue undertone. Then there's like the white, which is called the foam, I guess. And then underneath it is the dark blue. And they're sort of just a mixture of three different noise textures that like interact with each other as you change them over time. Um, And yeah, I think it gives an okay effect. I was a bit worried that it looked like poison or something, but most people think it's water, so
Oh, I mean the
I'm
blue
happy.
is just such an ocean blue. It's
Yeah,
such a calm and pleasant blue.
yeah.
I
There
guess
is a
it's
bit of audio there too, but yeah, it's
oh
nothing
yeah.
fancy.
We
Yeah,
got audio down. All right. I think in the
I
interest
can't
of
remember where you got up to last time. But yeah,
uh in the interest of making some progress.
yeah, 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 yeah. I'll let you smash through it. Yeah.
Yeah, what is it? What are we
And what other stuff do you want to see?
um oh, just happy for you to guide. I mean, is this friend? Are we gonna be able
Yeah,
to is it
yeah.
possible to kind of get out of sequence? Like if a letter is
Uh,
supposed to be used in one word, but then you use it elsewhere.
Not that I know of. I've had a lot of people play this section, and no one's sequence broke it yet. But if you can, then yeah, I would want to know about it.
Yeah.
You can get through this whole section without solving all the puzzles, but you can just come back later and solve them if you want. And you don't have to win the race. Like you can just sort of speed run through it.
Yeah, right.
There's only a few things on the critical path.
Where was that? Was that this pig? No, it was a different pig.
No, see this is a little problem I've got in showing. Unless you really pay attention when the camera comes back, you will miss where it is. It's over on the beach on the left.
Yeah, okay. Like back at the starting beach.
No,
Where I just
to the left, yeah, where you came from, yeah.
Um,
I'm wondering about that, and for people who, because I did say I want to make it more accessible, for people who might get stuck, how do I, hint where they need to go? If you have any thoughts offline, or it's fine.
yeah. Okay, so I need the money, right?
The money will get you the shoes, which will help you win the race. But again, the race is not critical path.
Yeah, sure. Well, maybe just give me a hint what the critical path is while I ask another question.
Yeah, okay. Well, critical path as we pick up some content on the way. If I was you, I would solve lift, and then that other pig will fix the lift for you.
British elevator, here we go.
Yeah, British elevator, yeah.
Very nice. Oh, goodness.
Amazing how many people don't know that.
Must be these Americans, huh?
Yeah. Well, don't annoy them. They're probably most of the audience.
Oh yeah, my YouTube audience say this like 80%
just edit that bit out.
No, we edit something else in. No, we can say something nice for our Yankee friends.
Oh yeah, we love the Americans. Yank. That's a very Aussie term, isn't it? The Yanks.
Is that Aussie?
I feel like that's Aussie. You don't hear British people call them the Yanks.
Isn't there like a baseball team called the Yanks?
The Yankees, yeah, but when we say it, it's not me and you, of course, but like it's not like the it doesn't sound the nicest.
It's not the most polite term.
Yeah. It's on par with the Poms.
Yeah,
for me.
Yeah, very friendly banter.
I
find it affectionate though. Like I would say Pom and Yank.
Yeah, Pom's slightly nicer than Yank, I guess.
Yeah, maybe
Yank has a lot of other interpretations.
Maybe I'm too young to know the history. It's probably like it's probably a bit of a problematic word when you uncover
steeped in some regatta they had in Sydney in 1940s or something.
All right, I'm trying to.
If I was you, so that got you the H and the O. So now you need to get the C, which I think is, I can't remember. Go back and talk to the pig on the beach. Actually,
I'm gonna grab this.
All the way on the left.
Hey. Yeah. So tell me about how you found people to test the game.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, cousins. Oh, sorry, the other beach. Follow the path all the around. Yeah. Cousins and family and parents and close friends are. That's where I started for a long time because I didn't really, try and network or try and put things online. And then, I'd been doing a few things and that's how we met. And so, you were one of the very early testers of it. So thank you for that. And then I started going to meetups and getting quite a few people playing it there, which is really good. And then, I'm not sure. I mean, got a second for a self brag or?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so it got accepted to PAX this year, so I'm like crazy excited to get to show it later in the year in October. I don't know if you come to Melbourne for those kind of things, or?
I mean, I'm curious. I'm interested. Why not? That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I've been going for like years. Have you been before?
I've never been. It's definitely on the list.
It's just like nerd central in the best possible way.
Yeah.
Right? I applied a couple months ago, and then they said accepted, and I was sort of like I was shocked, and I still am a bit shocked, and trying to get the demo ready, and yeah, that's going to be an unbelievable opportunity to show people. So it's just like just got to get out there. That's what I've learned. I spent too long just doing things on my own, and then get online, get into real life and meetups, and then apply for things, and you don't know what you might get.
Yeah, what that's I mean, congrats that it's in there.
Thank you.
Just a quick detail. So I need to learn to dig, was he saying?
Oh, he taught you.
Oh, I can now dig.
You can now dig, yeah. So there's that hole. That'll get you that one more letter that you need. And then if you go just forward, like camera forward, all the way, there'll be a little other place you can dig. That'll give you another thing to look at just here.
Ooh.
Just change up the visuals a bit. We've had the island vibe for a long time.
Hello. What's going on?
This is like it's a memory. I call it a memory.
Somewhat upon a memory. Something for the Steam store page visuals.
Yeah, you need to break the colors up. I've learned that.
Yeah.
You did not miss, but I told you not to play at the start where this narration would have happened. So it is in the game a little bit, and this is the narrator again, just telling you. And these little memories, quote unquote, as I'm calling them.
Oh, did I not jump?
Yeah, are sort of throwbacks to lessons that I learned from from Rita. In the text it would have said things are not as they were. That was the hint that you don't have your glasses anymore, you don't have your shoes anymore. So you sort of you're going. I haven't decided exactly how to convey this, but the idea is that you're having a memory or a lesson of something that you've learned through your life. Yeah.
Here we go. Oh, it looks like the. This is so cruel.
And like I was, the lesson is the title of the word find.
First ideas are not always bad. Not necessarily best ideas.
Yeah.
So the answer's not jump. Is that what?
Yeah, that's what it's hinting at. And I probably don't want to make you look for too long, but I'll give you 20 seconds. And if you want me to tell you, I can. You figured out what it's not pretty quickly.
Gump. We were talking about bridge, dig, bump.
I need to remove that. A lot of people find bump and think it's going to be bump.
Move.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You can just click the letters. I haven't added that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, nice. So now this guy's moving, and we can run across. Oh, gamer. There we go.
Gamer. I'm a gamer.
Oh, now we have 2, and we're supposed to be able to make some kind of. Bridge.
So right click will remove a circle as well.
Oh right, I don't.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't tell people that hint straight away normally. But...
No, we
we're time. So what I have learned is this one, a lot of people get stuck on it for a long time and just move on. And I'm wondering if it's too early in the game, but I don't know. I can refine these things later. These are sort of side quests kind of things.
Yeah, it makes sense. So do I need to dig over near that pig to get the letter on the palm tree?
No, you probably just told yourself what you need. One of those words.
To get on top of the palm tree. I need to make the word palm. That was one of these clues. Tropical tree. I saw that. P-A. I don't have an L though.
Well, you don't have an L. Where have you been? I feel like you've gone nearly everywhere, but yeah, you've missed a few. Trying to think where it is. Oh, it's on those houses.
Okay.
Oh, you haven't done raise, so maybe do raise.
Oh yeah.
That's like 6 down.
Antonym of
can I test something on you? So here, if you click on 6, like in the crossword, so the square 6, it'll put and then if you scroll with your mouse, it'll scroll the letters.
Yeah.
Is that any quicker? Well, I definitely plan to have keyboard in there so you can just type the answer, but I've added this hoping that it's slightly helps. I don't know.
This is hard to use. That
Yeah, yeah, that's my concern. I think typing is the way to go.
I also just spammed that last letter.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good way to do it.
That's
Spam it.
that's what I have to do sometimes on the New York Times Mini.
Yes, yes. Oh, my friend. I mean, off topic. My friend, he is a bit of a tech guy as well. He to propose to his fiance, he hacked the New York Times crossword to change the answers to all be like words related to marriage. And then when she solved the thing, each of the words went like, "Will you marry me?" in like a
Wow.
yeah. It's pretty epic as a proposal. I was impressed
Yeah,
as a nerd.
that, that is pretty special.
Yeah.
Um, so now I have that L that I needed for this one.
Palm tree. Yeah.
Um, so tell me a bit about. You started kind of talking a little bit about it. That Rita is. Did you say the middle name of your?
Yeah, my late grandmother. Yeah, just she yeah, she passed away a couple of years ago. And I was like, I was her first grandchild, and she lost her. I don't know how much you want of this, but she lost her. She lost her husband a long time before she passed away, and yeah, we just had a very special bond. And I don't know if it's people. How people do things to cope with grief and stuff. I don't think it's that. I think I just want to share my story. She was a tremendous influence on my life, and yeah, it makes it easy to think about the story. Um, yeah,
Hmm. Yeah, no, I mean, it's really nice to kind of have this such a creative expression to kind of go through
yeah,
that as well.
yeah. No, it was pretty. It's quite an easy choice in the end. What do I call the game? What do I call the character? And we used to have running jokes in the family. She was always called the old duck or the old chook, and so I was like, oh, I'll definitely make the character a chicken, and yeah, go from there.
Yeah, that's really special. So, uh, I mean, tell me a little bit more about like, I guess what you're trying to do or say with the game. Like, it's sharing kind of your story. It's an expression kind of for yourself to bring into the world, or how do you think about that?
Yeah, I guess I don't. I used to play games and like not even care about the story and skip through, and some of my friends would have objections with that, and you get older and you realize there's a bit more. The stories are like the best things in life, and your connections with people, particularly your family. So yeah, I guess it's as someone who was a techie kind of person who uh, you know didn't engage so much with storytelling, and that this is my way of doing it. And yeah, there's not going to be a lot of dialogue, and there's not like huge text to read, but hopefully I can get across the bond. Certainly once you get to the next phase where there's another character involved, hopefully you can get I can get across the bond between the two characters, and just how much she taught me. And it's definitely not meant to be a sad story. It's meant to be a lot of fun, and almost all my memories are a lot of fun. And we played word games, we played Scrabble with each other. We didn't race like you're about to, but there's a game of like badminton kind of thing. We played that with each other. 500, that's an Aussie card game. So all those little things, little tributes. But you don't necessarily need to connect or bond with all that, I think, to enjoy the game. I think hopefully it's just a nice balance of exploration and puzzle solving, and nothing's been too difficult for you so far,
Yeah, yeah, no, I mean,
other than talking to me.
other than multitasking, listening to very very heartfelt kind of story
Yeah,
while I'm trying to put a crossword together. That's not
and
normal.
make it into a 2-second TikTok.
Yeah. All right, I've got the shoes now. I'm ready
You're
to
gonna beat him now.
race.
I'll be quiet. Let's go.
All right. Oh, how's my? Here we go.
He's easy to beat as long as you don't go the wrong way. Make sure you go through the gate.
Oh, there we go. That was a good
straight
tip.
down, straight.
Where's the flag?
There
Oh, the
it is.
camera.
The camera makes it nice. Yeah.
Did I actually?
You beat him. Yeah. So you'll be in the paper now. If you open it up and scroll to the right page.
They're probably
He's telling you that. Yeah.
Local spotlight, an unexpected twist. Here we go. What eyewitnesses? No one was looking.
The mum was looking.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's supposed the story is supposed to be like quite a lot of exaggeration to it.
Yeah.
It's not serious.
No, I can see there's a lot of humor in here as well.
Yeah, it was our kind of humor, just sarcastic and probably pretty standard Aussie humor, I think, as well.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So, keen to hear how you mentioned you're trying to phase out other sources of income, other work, but you're still working at the moment. How do you balance?
No, I'm definitely not working.
You've gone full time.
It depends what you call full time. Yeah, I don't have an employer, but I have many things I need to take care of in terms of family and investments and things. But yeah, I don't have a job, and so I guess the easiest way to say it, I think I can get about 30 hours a week at the moment on this stuff, which for me is almost good enough. I'm happy with that. So yeah, I don't know how you want to explain that or word that, or if it's necessary, but yeah, I if you go back like 5 years, I was a full-time, had a job, and then maybe like the last 4 to 2 years transitioning out of that, working and trying to learn, and then probably 2023 just doing games.
Yeah, very cool.
2022 even, yeah, so 2 years maybe.
Yeah, very nice. So, I mean,
yeah.
30...
I mean, I know you're here to talk about it, but are you trying to do a similar thing? What's your...
I mean, I
guess we could chat another day.
No, I'm happy to happy to chat a little bit. I'm personally, I feel very, very far away from anything other than working full time while doing it on the side. I get, some time on weekends and some time nights, and that's kind of my
I appreciate you using your time on me. Thank you.
No, I'm keen to. I mean, this is kind of why I'm doing this thing, right? To kind of get the connections, because there's so many. I don't know if you've spent much time looking at all these small indie YouTube channels, like indie game dev YouTube channels. There's so many people are just working on so many cool projects. And they're all different. There are a lot of ways to kind of get the community together and get people together, but it still feels like still feels kind of disparate to me. Maybe it's just I haven't kind of found the right thing, but just kind of keen to get more connection between the little guys.
I think it's a good idea, and very easy to talk to, and you reached out to me, so I think like what I've found anyway at the meetups is there's like a lot of people that don't seem to really maybe like have the skills or the confidence necessarily to network and talk, and I took me ages to even try, and then I'm not great at it anyway, but I can imagine the talent that is out there doing things that are just not connected, and if you can connect with those people, that I think there's a lot to be had there.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do you reckon I can make this jump?
It's not a jump. It's another clue. There's no hard platforming.
It's not going to let me do it. I don't know.
Can't hurt yourself. Yeah. So these are that doesn't render very nicely. That's another bug.
This is blurred out though, no?
That's meant to be blurred. Sorry, the text on the right is getting very low, like it's touching that line at the bottom.
Oh
I wonder
yeah,
why that is. What are you running in a different resolution?
yeah.
Like not
I'm at 2K.
2K. So what's the aspect ratio? 19. Still
It's yeah, it's
16.
still 16:9, but it's
Not really. Anyway, these are just like the little things I need to iron out. So the clue you're doing is two across. Oh no, one down.
a shout that echoes through the wood as down a giant falls for good. Beware this cry, it clears the way where once mighty tree did sway. Beware this cry. So is it timber?
Yeah, it's timber. Yeah,
There we
good.
go. That's a nice
Yeah.
one.
Poetic. Again, this. I feel like at this point they've done two regular crosswords. I wanted to start making it a little bit more interesting.
Um,
Um,
yeah, no, that was quite nice as well.
yeah.
Um, look at that.
That's my attempt at animation. My cousin would be embarrassed by it, but yeah.
No, I mean it's stylistic, right? I quite enjoyed
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah. It's all stylistic. Yeah, 100%.
I didn't even mean it like that. I meant it genuinely.
Yeah, I'm ironic in my ordinariness.
I mean, you've seen my game. It's still a
No,
capsule,
it was
right?
good, man.
Still a
It's fine.
default polygon capsule at this
It's fine.
stage.
Totally fine.
um, uh, okay. How
Ah, yeah.
about
So you've got more poetic if you want to try them. You're doing three down and five across.
I have enough for 3 down.
Yeah, you can get them both in one go, and then you'll get two animations in one go.
Wrap it round and pull it through. A simple task that we all do from dawn to dusk. It holds its ground. Where pants stay up, it's surely found. So that sounds like belt. 3 down. I do have the letters for belt. How about
Hmm.
that? And
I guess it does help when I tell you which clue you're doing, but I don't want to spend too much time.
oh, I
Mm.
need that
Yeah,
help in this format.
yeah, definitely. Yeah, yeah. Mindful of the time. Sorry. And
uh,
you've got the other ones. Like, you can only be one word, but you might as well have a look.
spin the wheel or twist the knob. I've already solved it. Change your path, complete the job. Not straight ahead, go roundabout in every dance, in every route.
Route or route for the Americans.
Turn?
Yeah.
Um,
I might refine these later, but most people tend to get these ones.
oh, look at that. That's very nice.
Mhm.
So I also wanted to ask.
Yep.
There's a bit of advice going around that cozy games are a hot property at the moment.
Yeah, I've seen a bit of that too. Yeah.
Was that on your mind when you kind of chose this style?
No. Not at all. I've only just added the word cozy when I start describing it. I guess I stay with puzzle adventure, and then it's a little bit casual because, like I said, there's no way to really hurt yourself. But yeah, you're right. I see the cozy games vibing everywhere, but I feel like it doesn't quite hit that. It's there's still a bit of pressure to move on and progress the story. Yeah, nothing bad's going to happen, but you can't just whittle away for 2 hours, creating your little island or interacting how you want to. You kind of, well, you can, but the point of the game is to make progress, right?
Yeah, I think that
Like out
is
here,
maybe
yeah.
one thing that is a little bit different than like a
Yeah.
pure
So I think, I
cozy
mean,
game.
I'll lean on it for as much as there is a bit of vibe, a bit of traction, but I wouldn't say I'm targeting cozy. Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does feel like the right word to use. I mean, I feel quite cozy playing this, to be honest.
Cozy casual. Cozy casual.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it feels like the kind of game you play on a Sunday morning when I would ordinarily be doing a crossword.
Yeah.
Do I have enough
Yeah.
for
Well,
another one?
if I can get even 1% of the crossword crowd across, like that's a huge number of people.
1% of the crossword crowd. I think it's about 100
Um,
million people. Is that
yeah,
right?
that'll do. That'll do. Why not? It's a
uh,
casual 100 mil.
do I have enough for another one of these?
Yeah, you've got the top one if you want it.
two across on the pond, a circular leaf.
It's the one I made a video about actually on YouTube. Got all of 110 views.
Oh man, my latest video. I was so proud of it, and it
I think is
got
that
50.
which one is 50K?
No, 50 views.
Oh fuck, sorry, sarcasm. Which video was it?
It's
The
about the camera. I
Yeah, I watched that one. Yeah,
I was so happy with it. I made an
yeah,
associated TikTok, and the TikTok
yep.
got 400,000 views. And I was like, this is amazing. And I make the
Oh my
video
god.
that like is so much better, so much more in depth. I mean,
Yeah,
better in the terms of like,
yeah.
me
Informative.
thinking there's more value, but obviously, people decide
Yeah, yeah,
what's valuable to them. It's just kind of how it goes, I guess,
yeah.
until you crack the algorithm.
I mean, you take 400K irrespective of whatever the other
I
thing does.
mean, yes, I feel like I
Mm.
captured none of that value. Like,
So I wonder what the conversion rate is.
well,
400,000.
I have a link in my TikTok bio to a link tree that has like sign up to a newsletter and YouTube and all
Yeah,
of that. Out of
yeah.
400,000, how many do you think clicked that link?
Or so you're saying 50 went to YouTube, so
No,
maybe
they 50
200.
went to YouTube separately.
Oh, separate. Well, I mean, if it's ballpark that, I'll say 200.
Two people clicked the link
Oh fuck! Oh my god!
out of 400,000.
What the hell? How many of these are bots? Actually, the bots would probably click the link.
Yeah, I guess so. And
What the hell?
it was pretty brutal.
Oh my
Um,
god! Okay.
but I mean, like, my game doesn't have a name, like it's.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure if I
I
had.
think it's. I'm not sure what you. Yeah, how big of a project you're planning with it? Because the ones I watch, you were a little bit coy with like what the, um, final mechanic was going to be.
Well, I just haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, okay,
Um,
that's why you were coy. I think I replied to you talking about the one where you made the distribution of the how to pick where the platform went. I think I sent you that 3 blue 1 brown video. I mean, he's
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
epic YouTuber, but that's like a crazy, like it's pretty similar application in what you're trying to sample versus what you might naively think is a good way to sample it.
Yeah,
But
for
I don't know,
sure.
you can't get that across in a 4 second TikTok.
No, no,
But yeah,
no. I mean, I dumped it all down. Like, am I? Um,
you can make this jump. Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
right. Yeah, nice. Okay.
yeah.
I thought that was too high. Um,
I'm
and
glad you went down here. I really want to draw people to those puzzles. That's like, I want people to get excited when they see there's another little puzzle. And you wouldn't have seen this one, right?
no, no, we're well past what I
All right,
what I
let's see
thought.
how you go then.
We got more rings. No, I was gonna say I had to break it off because of COVID, but I was studying statistics. Did like
Oh,
two
nice.
years,
Yeah,
so
very good.
some of
Yeah.
that stuff is kind of
Oh, well, we have a fair bit of overlap then. What we've done.
yeah. Um, it sounds like you went a little deeper down that path if you've been
Not
doing
really. I
Godot.
I, I definitely came at it from the computer science programming side, and then I just ended up in analytics and statistics. So yeah, I'm no expert.
My
I'll let you have a go at this one. This is my favorite of all the puzzles in the game so far.
Oh, okay. No
Yeah,
pressure, no pressure.
no pressure, no pressure.
Um, okay, so we got some boxes, which makes me want to make the word boxes, but I can only see two B's, and neither of them seem to be spelling boxes. Um, are they cubes? I got a CU. There's I need to make this a bit more visual. One step at a time.
Yes, yes.
One step at a time. That feels very relevant. One step at a time. Do I need to do... Oh, I'm gonna get more rings, I just realized,
Mm.
on the way up. So I don't know if they're all gonna. Could it be something to do with just the first? Or do I need to jump? No. Also first? That's not working for me. I've got the word for.
So you would have heard some audio then. Do 4 again. You would have heard audio that said you did something right, and if you close the paper, um, something will happen. Yeah.
Interesting. Very interesting. So 4 worked for me, and I can take all those back, and it's still there. So I don't.
No. So also close the paper again. This is why you're missing out with the audio. Yeah. But
Yeah,
basically
okay.
now you get how it works. Yeah.
That's very nice. So I need to
Mm.
find 1, I assume. Which, oh, here we go. Diagonal. That's always tricky. And then that'll help me get some more rings. Oh, I need to make 1 and 2 at the same time. I've got enough rings for 1 and 2 at the same time. This is quite nice. I only
Yeah.
need those
Yeah.
anyway. Okay. I didn't need to do my
Yeah. You
math.
didn't need it, but it's still there. Yeah.
But I can now eat these back in
Yeah.
order to
Nice.
make
Eat them back.
3.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you're playing two-handed, but tab will also like open and close the newspaper.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice. So I can eat back 2 and make 4.
Yeah, it's fun, right? I really like this one.
Yeah,
Like,
this
it's
is
not that
cool.
hard, but it's. I think it's satisfying when you get it.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm glad you let me.
Yeah, figure it on your own, right?
Yeah, there'll be some.
So I do. It has made a point that I need to have some visual reason that you've done the right thing, not just the audio.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wonder. So the animation came after I closed.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's as simple as that. Make the animation beforehand. Anyway, so it's all a work in progress.
Um, yeah,
You're
very.
doing pretty well. I'm mindful of your time. How are you going for time?
Yeah, I think that's probably in terms of gameplay. That's probably enough.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll just find a nice place to stand and kind of get some final thought. I wanted to get that windmill. I want to stand so that I can see
You
the
can
whole
drag with the
pillar.
mouse. You might see a bit more.
Ah, here we go. It's such a nice asset. Just watching it tick
Yeah,
over like
it's
that.
a good kit. I'm happy with it, and I haven't seen it used elsewhere. So at least that means I haven't. No one else has used what I've used.
Yeah,
I should have like a breakout mode where you can put the camera where you want it and get a nice photo.
I think yeah, like a photo mode. I think that was one of my suggestions when I climbed to the top of something. I want to do like
You
100%.
want to look around? Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that. Yeah.
like oh, that
No, I
water
definitely write
looks.
down everything that every tester says. I've got this huge list, and it's just a matter of what I can do and can't do.
Um, that water looks. I mean, I'm just not responding to what you just said because I'm
It's fine.
distracted
It's
by
fine.
the
Yeah.
water
In the
looks so
distance, I
great.
think it looks good. In the distance, it looks good. Up front, I think it pattern is a bit weird, but like that does look like you know, the ocean.
This everything that's kind of blurred in the top right there looks really really nice.
Nice. Yeah. So you can get to that section, but I don't want to use all your time.
Yeah, I'll
What
have
time do you
a.
want to wrap up?
Um, yeah, no, I mean, let's. I mean, I'm just kind of keen for like, yeah, like where to from here. Like, how far through are
Yeah.
you? You've already talked about packs, but like, what's the
Yeah.
game plan from here?
Yeah, so I'd say once you do this last clue, and if you'd done all the extras, you'd be about maybe 25% of the 25% of the way through. And then you'll go through the gate up there, and the story will move on. You might as well do it while I'm talking. So the word is build, and you just need to walk through the gate once you've solved it. Um, so the story will progress, and Rita will be a little bit older, and that's when my character will come into the game. And the first few clues in the next section are going to, yeah. So don't go to that bridge. That's just a teaser.
Mm.
The next section will, yeah, like open up more of um, the story and really hit home the relationship between Rita and then whatever I am going to call myself. I haven't named myself yet in the game. That is, because she didn't call me Spork. That would be weird, and I don't want to use my real name, so I'll come up with something. There was a little Ocarina of Time joke there if you saw it.
Oh no, I was going too quickly while
Okay.
also
He's like,
listening.
you can't leave you can't go to the forest without a sword and a
Oh
shield.
no, no, sorry. Yeah, no, of course, yeah.
Yeah, just little shitty jokes like that. It's all right. So now, yeah, you can see she's like a adult hen now, and she's got her own family, and yeah, this is very much work in progress. So have a look if you want, or leave it.
So you said this is about a quarter of the way through, but it's most of the way through what's been built. Is that
Yeah. Sorry, in terms of that, yeah, yeah, you're pretty cutting edge here.
cutting it? I'm saying,
Bleeding edge, sorry, bleeding edge.
yeah, that's where I live. So is this? Oh, this is cute. This is cute.
Yeah. So none of this is fully implemented yet, but yeah, there'll be a game of badminton happening there, and
Like a mini game or a?
yeah, mini game like the race. Be another little game you can participate in.
Um, yeah, good stuff. So
Yeah,
you put a game on Steam before, like you took a
yep,
Game Jam game to Steam.
yep,
What was
yep.
that experience like, and did it help you for this?
Oh yeah. So in terms of like learning the stuff you need to go through just to get on the platform, yeah, it was a very good learning curve. Yeah, like polishing at the end to like little things like Steam achievements, stuff that people want, getting the Steam page looking nice. And then at that point I was pretty naive and I was like, I'll just put it out there, people will buy it and what else do you have to do? And I realized there's so much more to having to market the game and build an audience and things. So this time I feel like I'm more on the front foot in that we're doing this today, and I'll be showing it at PAX. And I've reached out to some other, what do you call them, like online festival kind of things to try and just get a bit of a build an audience. Like that's what it is, and it's hard. It's as hard as it is to make the game. For me, at least, I know what I need to do. I'm like, well, that guy, he won't race you yet, but I can implement him, and then he'll race you. And that game of badminton you can't play, but I'll implement that. But how do you grow an audience? Like, I don't know. Like it's hard. So I'm throwing darts and seeing what lands, basically.
Yeah, I mean, I can
Yeah,
definitely
can relate.
concur with
Yeah, yeah,
relate with a lot of that for sure.
yeah.
So do you feel like you're kind of applying that engineering mindset as well, or is it more about kind of being inspired by people who've kind of
I'd say it's
done
more the
this?
like the data science mindset in that like you don't know what you're going to look at in a big data set, and then at some point you just sort of follow your nose, like whatever seems like it's going to have some benefit, you just follow that path. And yeah, I'd say it's like almost anti-engineering in that I don't really have a plan. I'm just trying, and then if I think it has potential, I just go with it. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, PAX is a great get as
Oh
well.
man, that's like I feel like incredibly lucky. I was in shock for like 2 or 3 days. I couldn't believe it, and yeah, I'm excited and I can't wait. And yeah, what an opportunity. So yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's obviously a really nice one, and
yeah,
it looks cool. Like it's hard to think like off the top of my head what the most similar game to this game is.
Yeah,
It's
that's what I'm struggling with because a lot of people say like you want to anchor yourself, you want to go like, oh, this is Portal, but instead of X, it's Y. But I can't find anything. Some people have said like Scribble Knots, but it's really not that kind of game.
mm.
Um,
I mean, I meant it as a
and-
compliment just now. I understand it
oh,
also
thank
is a
you. Yeah,
challenge
yeah,
when it
yeah,
comes to
yeah,
marketing. I mean,
yeah.
my game is like Hades but vertical, like
Yeah.
jumping upwards, but and getting kind of movement upgrades and
You've still got like at least you can drop that roguelike word
yeah.
straight away. Yeah,
Um, I mean, cozy, casual, puzzle, narrative,
yeah,
adventure, all of these are in there,
yeah.
and like
Word. I always drop word based as well, just so people know.
word based, yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of British and Australian references for the.
Yeah, some nerdy gamer references in there. I'll try and put some. I always say my favorite games are like Ocarina of Time, Banjo Kazooie, and Mario 64. So I might try and put some other jokes in there from those ones.
I wonder if your audience is like maybe less of that gaming kind
Mm.
of heritage.
Yeah, probably. You're right. Going for the more casual. If you played games in the 90s and you stuck with it, you're probably not playing cozy casual games in 2024.
I wonder. I wonder. I mean, I'm just trying
Mm.
to think. Like, yeah. I mean, these games I think do appeal to new gamers more.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'd love to get it on the Switch one day as well. I feel like it's quite a platform for it.
yeah, that is definitely a home of cozy
But
games.
that's yeah, we'll see how we go along the.
That's a whole other conversation, right? You need a
Yeah, yeah, we'll save that for your episode 10. I'll let you do some other people first. Yeah.
yeah, you gotta get someone to do it for you, right? Do the port.
Yeah. Apparently you do, yeah. And it kind of makes sense. At that point it's probably just a business decision, right?
Yeah,
They have a formula for how they can port it. They have an estimation for what they can make, how much you want to invest, and then you just go. Like I can't see it being like a difficult. You don't have to develop anything. Like it's just like if they agree and they think it makes money, then you go for it. So
yeah,
it's
yeah.
not at that point. It's obviously not at that point. I got a lot to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's still nice to kind of see where it fits because I agree. Like, this is the kind of thing that you'd want to, have on the Switch, pull out,
Yeah,
and play in that more casual fashion. I wanted
yeah,
to also ask, why'd you choose Godot?
yeah. So way back when I was deciding to have a go at it, I did a heap of research and looked around, and I really liked well, for one, open source nature of it, and with what's happened with Unity over the last 6 months or a year or so, 6 months, it's probably turned out to be a good thing. I really liked that uh, it was completely like it was just one system. I don't know how you word it. It's like you can do the whole thing within the editor. So I was pretty happy using GD script. I did a lot of Python. Um, and so it felt very comfortable, and I really liked that it was all in one system. So even though it's very complex, eventually I could kind of figure out what was going on. Whereas from what I tested with the other two, the big ones, Unity was just so overwhelming, and then Unreal was another level above that. So it was too much, and I kind of like to, even though maybe I don't know, just feel like I do know what's going on and be able to work it out eventually, which has been the case. So a lot of things haven't worked out of the box, but yeah, very pleased that a lot of people, including yourself, say like visually it looks nice. Like it's passable is what I say. Um, so yeah, I have to work for that, but at least now I kind of know what's going on and how it works. And they were the only ones I really looked at. I know there's like Game Maker, but I'm pretty sure there's not much 3D or no 3D in that. Does that sound right?
Yeah, I've never used Game Maker,
Um,
but I think it
I
is a
used
bit more
a
basic.
long time ago. I used this one called I think it was Corona, but that was 2D only as well. And then there's like all the other little ones, and they don't seem as mature. So yeah, Godot was it. And it's turned out all right actually because it's booming, isn't it? The last year or so.
Oh yeah, the community's really
Yeah.
taken off. I mean, Unity helped helped
Yeah,
that a
yeah,
lot.
exactly. Helps when your opposition shoots himself in the foot.
Yeah, yeah, that was an interesting one. I mean,
Yeah,
the effect itself. I mean, just briefly on that, it was really not like I can totally see where they were coming from. Unity,
yeah,
like as a business,
yeah,
if you're like a kind of a finance boffin and you're looking at the numbers and
yeah,
you're not capturing all that value, you just
yeah,
people are paying you $50 a month and then they're making millions of dollars off you. You're kind of thinking, well, we're providing more value than that. You can kind of see
yeah.
that logic play through, but
100%.
just the
Yeah,
loss of trust that they managed to.
yeah. They did not play it out
Yeah.
very well. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely incredible. I mean, yeah, hot take, but I think they could have got that changed through in a way that didn't result in people hating them.
yeah, yeah. I agree. But now the cat's out of the bag. What do they do?
Yeah,
I know that they did. They rewind it a little, or did they try to make it sound more friendly? I didn't follow. Didn't follow it in the depths.
yeah, they went back on some of the numbers, I think,
Yeah.
but I think they kept the they kept the kind of spirit of the pricing model
Okay.
change,
Yeah.
um, which yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, real bag fumble in terms of PR there, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is, they've probably got enough people on the hook already that they're not going to go bankrupt tomorrow. But it's like at some point, this can only like um, decrease the number of new adopters. I would have thought, and so there's a wave coming at some point, unless they can right the ship, and
Yeah,
hopefully
well, I
that
think
wave comes to Godot. Yeah.
yeah, I think because they went really hard on mobile and I think that, they built that ad engine. Like I don't know about the ad engine
Oh
itself,
yeah,
but they
yeah,
like kind
yeah,
of really supported mobile games and made it easy to
yeah.
integrate ads. And they also went hard on VR, and so they kind of had that strategy. But I think indie games, yeah, I don't know how much they care about that market, but I think they lost it to some extent there for
Yeah,
sure.
no, that's a good point. I'm not even considering mobile, and I know a lot of others don't. Doesn't seem like they're targeting mobile. It's like overly saturated, and they're like pay to win, addictive psychology. That kind of that's what it feels like to me. Like there's no like heart and soul of the really good games. I'm not sitting down and having a session on my mobile phone to play a game.
Hmm.
Not the
Yeah.
kind of gamer that I am or I would want to attract.
Well, I mean, the only games I play on my phone are crosswords.
No, yeah, yeah. We had my old colleague and myself. We had the joke. We're gonna. This was before there was heaps of mobile games. Like we're gonna call it toilet games because basically that's the only time you play them. Just like sit on the toilet and play some shitty game and then move on with your life. Like they're not like they're games, but like I like bigger experience games.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, just talking about engines, it seems to be uh, a really big kind of topic for beginners.
Yeah, yeah,
Did you kind of go through that stage where because I mean maybe I'll set up this question a bit better. I
yeah,
feel like there are a lot of beginners who um, they just need to know what engine every single game was made in, and they like that
yeah,
question just keeps coming up, and
yeah.
it seems to be this feeling that if I just use the same engine as this game, that means I'll be able to make
Yeah.
that same
Wow.
game, which I think is a massive fallacy.
Yeah, I have a thought that I've been uh, having for a while. My take on it is, you know what people say about diets, right?
Hmm.
Like the best diet is the one that you stick to.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
The best engine is the one that you use.
Yes.
Like just use it, you will get better. And if you ever want to change, I'm sure I could change if I needed to, because all the skills that you're getting, they're not necessarily that engine dependent. Yeah, like there'll be some bug that I won't be able to know how to fix, but like the procedure of putting things together is independent. somewhat independent of the engine. So
Yeah. No, I
the
think
best engine,
that's
the best engine is the one you use.
I think that's
100%.
exactly right. Like you get
Yeah.
so much value out of just
Yeah.
finishing any
Doing,
project at
doing,
all.
learn by doing, man. That's the best way.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Um, and then this concept of like um, picking the right engine for the game. Like you do need a lot of experience before you can, you know, make a genuine decision. Like say you're picking between Unity, Unreal,
Yeah.
Godot, or rolling your own engine. Like
Yeah.
that decision, you've got to be like 10 years ahead of a beginner before you can like
Yeah.
actually make the
Yeah.
right decision there. Like
100%. Yeah. There's no way that that decision is your limiting factor to your success.
yes.
That's way down the list.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like get it
Yeah.
wrong. Get it so
Get it
wrong.
wrong. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you'll be so far ahead.
Yeah. 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 I have noticed a lot of videos popping up about like tutorial hell and decision paralysis and that kind of stuff. And yeah, I don't know. I can see how you get into that, but I don't know. The answer is not like another tutorial telling you how to pick which engine. It's like
did
just do it.
you did you
Do it.
experience tutorial hell at any point?
Yeah, sometimes, but it's usually like just goes along with like procrastination, where you're like, oh, I'm not feeling it. I won't do any actual work. But if I watch a video about work, then it's kind of like work, and you go down that slope. But that's no different to like any other kind of social media scrolling, right? It's just
Well, I think that's a
sort
little
of
different than what people. I feel like the kind of archetypical, if that's the right word, there experience of tutorial hell is when you're good enough to follow. Like it's a really kind of early stage beginner's moment where you're good enough to follow a tutorial and you can. Um, Everything kind of breezes through, but as soon as you
yeah,
leave a tutorial environment and you start from
yeah,
scratch, then you're not capable of doing it. Like you're not
yeah.
capable of kind
Okay.
of doing anything without a guide. And so I think it's like
All
this
right. Yeah.
this
Yeah. I
level
know what
of
you mean.
skill where tutorials are easy,
Yeah.
but not tutorial like not using a tutorial is too hard. Like do you feel like
Okay.
you've
Yeah.
experienced that?
No. Well, I mean, not definitely not to be arrogant, but like I've been programming forever, so like I don't. There's like different skills you need to get, and I felt like I knew how to program certain things, and then it was a matter of having to get the engine to do those things that you want to do. So I guess it's like, what are you trying to learn at the same time? For me, the things I didn't know was like, how do I put it into a cohesive unit and make it a enjoyable experience? And I didn't find any tutorials that told me how to do that, and I'm not even claiming that I can do that. But if you go back and look at like the early game jams that I did, and then the later ones in these Steam games, I feel like at some point I've learned something. I can't really write it down and tell you exactly what it is, but yeah, I guess it's a matter of what are you trying to learn, and don't try and learn too many things at once. Like I didn't even bother trying to create my own art forever, and I probably never will because I know it's not me. I can't do it. Um, so I'm trying to learn how to create a cohesive experience
Yeah.
from other people's art, and then what I've learned. It did dawn on me. I don't know how much time you want to spend, if you've got time. There's a game jam game that this is based off. It'll only take you like 5 minutes to probably finish the game.
Oh, sure. We
But
can take a
up to
look.
you if you want to. Um, what is it? 8:10.
I When I
All right.
opened it up, I got a real scary warning from Windows telling me I was about to get
Ah,
pwned.
from
So
HIO. Yeah. No, it's safe. It's safe. Yeah. So this was game jam, like I said, in 2022. Um, and this was where the mechanic basically came from. I'd do the easy levels if I was you.
get me out, get me out.
Sorry.
My inner.
One of the like they call them wild cards, and one of the wild cards was to make it easy and hard. It's just too easy. Yeah.
Was this
But
Godot Wild Jams?
yeah, this was Wild Jam, and this was the first one that I ever won just on my own. I say on my own, like they're asset packs, but yeah, the mechanic and the inspiration, and yeah, this like idea of playing Scrabble. We'll say Scrabble. It's not. It's kind of Scrabble.
Did you say you won?
Yeah, yeah. I
My
couldn't believe it.
goodness.
Yeah, it
Congratulations.
was an incredible day. It was like 2 days before Christmas or something. I got engaged the day before, and then I won this the next day. And my wife gave me like this thing, like yeah, that like Spork tank things. And I was like, "This is like the best day of my life." Like, what's going on? Like, couldn't believe it. So yeah, it was very happy. I was very happy. So this, yeah, I just thought you might like to see where the mechanic came from.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I mean, you've got so many elements. The water is here.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, but this is literal Wind Waker water, whereas I've improved mine.
um, what do I need to do? Pause. That's not going to work. This isn't.
Oh, there is audio as well. Yeah,
Basis.
you may not need all five.
Spa. Spas. Apus. uh, sap. Saps.
Oh, he's so close.
Pass. Let me
Yeah, you go.
pass.
Yeah,
That U was throwing me.
yeah. I mean, these are the things that Game Jam you have no chance to refine, but that's an obvious thing to refine.
Oh, I mean, that's very generous to say that it's your fault, not mine. I mean, that's an interesting point about like puzzle difficulty. I made a game
Ah,
jam
yeah.
game where I don't know if you saw this one. It was like it's the most convoluted thing ever. Like it was a murder mystery that you had to solve, and
Oh, yeah. I had to go with that.
it was
Um,
just so unbelievably difficult. Like I got it
there was so
so
many
wrong.
choices, right,
Oh my
on the left.
goodness.
Yeah, I remember that.
I think
I
they
saw
were.
a lot of your comments where they're saying the same thing.
Oh, because it was the try jam. So you had 3 hours to do it. So
Holy shit.
I never
Yeah.
played it once. You know, like I,
Classic.
I had like a screen with a timer next to me, and I had
Nice. Yeah.
it was like 2 hours and 56 minutes when I
Nice.
started adding the audio. And
Try jam. I've never done that. I'd be keen one day. Be
yeah,
fun. It's only 3 hours of your time. It's easy.
well, because this is the thing. So you get infinite time to prepare, and
Oh,
preparing is like thinking about the game, but making art, at it, like making like programming, like any of those things has to fit within 3 hours.
how do you prove that?
It's honest. I mean, you
Okay.
just uh,
Yeah. All right.
if you go over, you just say you went over, and then you're not
All
eligible
right.
to
Yeah.
win, but you still get like judged in
Yeah.
these
Okay.
things.
Oh,
Um,
yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, so it was,
Try
if
jam.
I'd had, 20 more minutes, I probably could have thought about it. But like,
Yeah.
yeah, just the getting the difficulty right.
Man,
Um,
3 hours is a crunch. That is tough.
yeah, yeah, you really got to
Yeah.
be on it. Um, uh, so I can do something with this book, right? With this block, right?
Yeah.
Push, maybe.
Yeah, classic thing you do in games.
There we go. It's a little
You're
bit
just
of
trying to,
what's that?
oh, yeah. I was just saying, it's just trying to teach you that, like, you can replace one skill with another.
A little bit of Baba is you, huh?
Yeah, I guess that's not a bad one to anchor on, except that that's like a pure puzzle game. And like I don't want to try and attract the pure puzzle people because it's too easy. Uh,
Yeah. Well, I mean, just
I
that
was
mechanic of
writing that
like
game.
swapping between push and
Yeah,
pass.
changing the definition of the world.
What do we got here? Slope? No. So,
This is testing your crossword.
Aesop?
You're doing well under pressure. I would hate to be solving puzzles under pressure.
Yeah, it's
You can always edit it to make you look really smart.
Oh, I assume I will. Oh no! What are you talking about? You're having a laugh. I've solved every
This
single
is
one of
easy.
these in 4 seconds.
He only commented that you were slow because he's weird. Like you were fast.
What about poses? That's a word.
Poses is getting there. Yeah.
Sposes.
Very Aussie.
Supposes.
Poses. Poses. It sounds right.
Uh, yeah, this is.
Oh, you were so close.
I was close here.
It's all 6 letters.
I need everything.
Seven letters. Sorry, 7 letters. Yeah.
I mean, how many? What are you? Okay, it has to end. Wait. It has to end. Possess. Possess.
Hey, nice one.
That's the only word. There we go. Oh, this is Baba is you, isn't it? That's
Yeah, yeah. I guess I didn't really go down that route with it. Oh, in hindsight, that might have been a good thing. But I'm pretty happy with Rita, how it's going.
yeah, good stuff. I always feel extra pressure to do well in puzzles because I got a lot of puzzles in my past. I actually worked building puzzles in an escape room.
Oh, cool. Which one? Which one?
Oh, in Vienna when I lived in Vienna.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Wait, do I need to
very cool.
stop possessing? Is that the?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost a clue, and now I'm trying to make some kind of like stairs, right? Yeah, there we go. We got the letters for stairs.
Yeah, puzzle room. That's escape room. Sorry, that's really cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Taught me a lot about kind of building projects and like doing tech and because it was all tech. It was all
Yeah, I was gonna. Yeah, you can do some pretty cool stuff with tech these days. Like 20 years ago, it would have just been like locks and keys and printouts on the wall. But now I'm sure you can do really cool things.
Oh yeah, no, we had holograms and
cool.
explosions and all sorts of stuff like
Can I get into that gig in Sydney?
well, I mean, it was kind of like a moment, I was doing it in like 2016, 17 when the kind of explosion was kind of happening. And
yeah, it was very popular for a while, wasn't it?
yeah. So it was kind of this exciting time of building this really big room and, this big project and stuff like that. And I moved on.
I remember doing, just like working 40, 50 hours a week and then just coming home working on other projects and running yourself into the ground and well, that's what I did. And then just trying to find a way to get the situation how you want it for yourself. Everyone's got their own way to get there. I'm not saying that I've got there, but I'm enjoying having a bit of time to really have a crack at it.
I mean,
if I need to go back one day, I guess I can go back, but I'd ideally not want to.
Yeah. I mean, that's a very good goal, and a couple games going off will certainly help that, I'm sure.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
and when your channel blows up and I'm the first on the interview chain, then everyone's going to come to me. So
yeah, with my 50 viewers on my latest
40,000 TikToks it goes around.
400k, mate.
400. Oh shit, yeah.
And it means nothing. Man. It means it's not
like when you go traveling in like a country where the currency's no good, and you're like, I just pull $1 million out of the ATM. Yeah,
it's exactly that. Like my very next TikTok got like 700 views.
Oh no! It's cruel. The irony of the YouTube stuff. My first video I ever put is still the most viewed. I mean, it's had longer to get views, but nothing else has gone close to it. Nothing else has broken 1,000, and that one's on like 2,000, which is not many, but like
Yeah.
just like I didn't even know what I was doing. I just put something on there, and then I had this expectation of like, well, you get 1,000 on this, you'll get 2,000, and then 10,000, and then you'll be off. And it's just not the case. Like,
Yeah, you got to
yeah,
learn. You got to learn engagement, huh?
yeah, yeah.
Um,
I just learn it slowly. It's sort of a side project. The main thing is getting the game good.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, thanks for showing this.
Oh, no
I
worries.
don't know what
Yeah.
to call it, like run up, like inspiration game.
Yeah, I thought you might just again it'll break up the visuals. Even if you just show it for a few seconds, it breaks up the visuals. And yeah, if you play it more, any feedback's welcome or no pressure. It's fine. Um, you'll see the references to my grandmother in it quite a lot.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah, thank you. Yeah,
Thanks so much for chatting.
yeah, you too, man.
Where
I appreciate it. It's now that I know that yeah you're a busy man, and so yeah, thanks for sharing your time.
Yeah, no, thank you. Where can people find you?
Uh, X, Twitter X, to just follow along slowly, but mostly wish lists on Steam are the best thing for me. And yeah, YouTube channel as well, but probably X and Steam are the main ones.
Yeah, great. I love that. I love that even now you have to specify X, Twitter X.
Well, you noticed it used to be Twitter, and then it was like X, formerly known as Twitter, and now a lot of people are doing like X slash Twitter. It's just another year, and it's just X. Like,
You reckon
we're
we'll
confused.
get that?
Yeah, we'll get there. Of course, we'll get there. People follow. Like, eventually, it will happen. Like, and
All
then be
right.
like, "What's Twitter? What's Twitter?" Although it is weird to say like, because there's so many things like tweet and retweet which feel very specific to Twitter, and
Yeah.
so I'm just say, "Oh, I'm gonna repost it." It sounds weird. Like,
Yeah.
so maybe that one will take tweet will take longer to die out, but I think X is yeah, it's nearly there.
I like the amusement. I hope it stays. I think it's funny that it's still
X
Twitter.
what? Sorry.
X post Zost.
Sorry. I'm only on Twitter. I'm only on Twitter.
You got to use Wayback Machine to find me.
Uh,
Excellent.
Twitter, Twitter.com Wayback Machine. Very good.
Good stuff.
Thanks again, man. Appreciate it.